What's going on, my PT peeps? I'm a Walking Dead family. One Eyebrow back from the PT channel to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 15. Some discussion, recap, and review. Obviously, spoiler warning if you haven't seen the episode, as we're going to talk about it and discuss it and all that stuff. And I don't want to ruin anything for you because we're going to discuss it. And I thought the episode was very good. Thought it was a good setup for the Season 8 finale next week. How about you guys? Let me know your thoughts. As always, discussion video, post your comments below. We love The Walking Dead. How about you? Join our Walking Dead family here at the PT channel and also the Walking Dead News channel. I hope you do. Now, Carl's letter to Rick started off the episode, and I thought it was a good way, especially how we saw the letter. We heard the letter. Chandler Riggs' voice was pretty good. Nice callback. I know people were liking that about it. Also, Negan's letter was read by Michonne to Negan. Thought that was pretty good. I would like to see more of the letters come out and what they said and who got a letter. That's kind of cool to see who actually got a letter from Carl, what they were all about going forward, because Carl's gone, but he won't be forgotten, that's for sure. The letter was definitely touching. It was a little far-fetched how he was saying certain things, I thought, but ultimately it was a good way for Rick to calm down a little bit and know that Carl wants him to survive and to move on and to feel safe, obviously, and we'll see if it plays out in the Season 8 finale into Season 9, but overall, the Carl letter came back around, which was pretty cool. Gregory got there on his own. I know a lot of people thought that Gregory was in the car with Negan, but we found out who that was, and they answered a lot of questions in the episode. They set some things up for the finale, but ultimately they answered a lot of questions, and that's what we want. We want to see some questions being answered, some setup for the next episode, and we got both of those things, so it equals a good episode. Simon definitely beat up Gregory, which was pretty cool. The bullets by Eugene are still all over the place. I kind of want Eugene to be Team Rick and Team Family again, and him sabotaging the bullets is the easiest and best way to do that, to see his value. The bullets are definitely wrong by Father Gabriel. I thought it might have been Eugene doing this on purpose, but Eugene caught it and said to Father Gabriel, "Stop doing that. That's going to cause a jam. I know what you're doing." And Father Gabriel was the one that came up with the idea and said, "I don't want you to hurt any of my people. I don't want this. I don't want to be part of it." And I like that about Father Gabriel. Eugene with his weird throw up thing, with his weird food, and it was a little weird, but ultimately Eugene is just trying to survive. And I could see his point with Rosita, saying how Rosita's like, "We're going to lock you up and only let you out." Why would you want to stand for that? He's like, "All right, I'm going to get away from these people." And somehow he survived. And I guess that's what Eugene does. There's people like able to survive off of the abilities of other people and to hide behind other people. And that's kind of what Eugene is doing. I think that's going to be his MO in the whole series. I like the dialogue between Negan and Dwight, especially how Negan slow played it. Negan knew already what the deal was with Dwight, but he wanted to see if he was going to give up anything and what it was and how he could just interact with it. And Negan is a master of psychology and being pretty smart with his abilities to read people, to trust people or not. I thought it was pretty smart on Negan's behalf to see what Dwight was up to. Also the plan with the map and setting things up for the finale, pretty awesome. I like Negan's strategy. I don't really like Negan per se, but I'm a Team Rick guy. But ultimately, Negan knows what's going on here, and he used Dwight's ability, because without Dwight, maybe Simon has a chance to overthrow Negan. Definitely a better chance than what happened, but Dwight went against Simon and helped Negan, and ultimately it backfired on him. And I like the symbolism here of Negan putting out the cigarette, putting out Dwight's plan, and his strategy was pretty interesting. But Negan is back. He's the leader of the Saviors. He always was. He was never going to be the leader in question, but we found out about Oceanside and Simon being really quick to the trigger, and people thought that Simon might have been involved with Oceanside, and it was basically shown there in the meeting, and Negan was going to take out Simon, but all is forgiven. And the big question is what if Simon never had that meeting with his group? After this meeting here, Simon could still be alive, Dwight would have been taken out, and Simon would have been still number 2. So, but that's gone, that's done. Simon really went against Negan still. He kind of was in panic mode, I guess. Like, this is the time to do it, even though it wasn't the smart thing, because he didn't have the biggest group in their meeting when they met outside. But it was a tense moment with Negan and Simon, and ultimately that's what you wanted to feel. But Simon is gone. I like Simon and Stephen Ogg. He brought a lot to the show. But the war is going to be over next episode. I like the idea of Negan setting up the trap for Rick and Dwight. It just solidified things for him. Pretty interesting. We'll see how it plays out in the finale. But Dwight thought he was scot-free, and he just tried to warn Rick, which you can't blame him. He kind of saw the plans. He didn't know that Negan knew already, so Dwight was just trying to help out Rick, what it was. But ultimately, Dwight kind of screwed over Simon, which wasn't good. We'll see if he screws over Rick, if we lose some more people in the battle, how it plays out. And what's the future for Dwight, Negan, Rick, Daryl? What's going to happen going forward? So many big questions. Hopefully they get answered in next week's episode. Eugene was captured by Daryl and Rosita. Where were they going, by the way? Why was it taking them so long to get back to where they had to park to get to the car? But Rosita and Daryl met up with the old friend that was Eugene. Now, some people thought it was going to be Sherry because of some spoiler that was going around, but to me, that was just a prediction. Sherry didn't come around. I'm glad she didn't come around because that would have just kind of been too much too soon for everything to come back around. But the plan for Negan setting up Rick's group is going to come back around next episode, which is good because Hilltop's going to be under attack. We're going to lose some people. We're going to have a big battle coming up. Not sure how it's going to go down, but Simon was definitely in panic mode when he recruited Dwight, and I'm not sure it was necessary. It didn't need to happen just like that because Simon didn't have the numbers. Simon didn't have all these people. If Simon got the people, his group, and the workers to rise up against Negan, it would have been a better shot. But Simon decided to have a meeting in the open, in the courtyard, and Negan caught him, of course. The Daryl, Rosita, Eugene thing was kind of frustrating because you wanted Eugene just to come back with him, but Rosita and her infinite wisdom was like, we're gonna lock you up. I'm gonna treat you bad. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Daryl and Rosita working together was kind of cool. I want to see more of that in the finale and really going forward. I want to see them. They are two strong characters, but Rosita really hasn't done much, and what she did do was kind of lose Eugene in this episode. But, you know, Eugene and Rosita are connected. We'll see if they come back around or what happens. The puke thing was pretty gross. You can see it on her shirt. That was a little too much for me, especially when he was like, blah, and just like ran away. But Eugene knows how to stay alive. He knows how to play the numbers, play the story, play things here and there. This wasn't explained, what happened, what these bodies were, what was burned here. Was it walkers? Was it people? Was it saviors? But Eugene was just deciding to jump in there and hide pretty good. How far did he get ahead of them to just be able to jump in there and make it look okay? And I feel bad for Aaron, that's for sure. One, he's all alone. He has no food. He has no water. He doesn't have any supplies to survive out there. He's really struggling. And it was pretty frustrating to see him staying out there and being alone and just dealing with all these walkers, and he could have died right here. To recruit Oceanside, possibly. Oceanside is that valuable? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure what's going to happen with them, but I want to see them be coming back in the finale. What's the point of all this if they don't come back and help? And his thing was kind of comical where he picked his head up and he was like, fighting to fight. And he put his head back down. It was like, come on, guys. Oceanside, are you that valuable? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see them come back around in the finale. If they don't, it doesn't make sense to put all this effort in it. At least in my eyes. Oceanside is kind of valuable because they have numbers. They don't have guns. They have spears. They have stuff to fish and hunt, I guess. But I just picture Aaron and Oceanside coming to save the day in the big field fight in the finale. And I hope that happens. Now, Dwight telling on Simon is kind of annoying. It's like you should have just played both sides a little better. You should have been a free agent a little bit there. It backfired on him, obviously, but Simon's group got taken out pretty easily. Gary's gone, the rest of his group here. Gregory survived, obviously, you know, that's what's going to happen. And Dwight and Simon were the only survivors of it. I thought Gary would survive, be better for this because of the comic connection. We'll see if that ever comes back around with another character. But Simon's group wasn't much. There wasn't many of them, and Dwight knew that. Obviously, Dwight was trying to get rid of Simon, be on Negan's good graces, and now he's a prisoner. And now he's put in the Daryl sweatsuit. So we'll see how it plays out. But Simon's fight with Negan was pretty cool. I kind of like the idea of the gladiator fight style to see who would win. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And he gave him a shot. And what if Simon won? That would have changed everything entirely, but we knew that was going to happen because Simon is number 2, Negan is number 1. Did Simon deserve better? What did you think, guys? Post your comments below. I thought the fight was pretty cool. What did you think of it? Gregory got back to the hilltop and delivered the plans. That's how he had the plans delivered. And it was kind of a good way to connect it, even though Gregory needs to go super quick. Maggie knows it. We all know it. Hopefully that happens pretty soon in season 9. But we'll see how it plays out next season. Rick, Michonne, Maggie working together. I'm not liking the idea of Maggie going to the battle next episode, but that's what they're putting. They're putting Maggie in the line of fire when she's pregnant and the leader of the hilltop. That doesn't make sense. And I like the idea that they answered the person who was picked up by Negan was Laura. It made the most sense because Laura had information on Dwight, setting up the traitor aspect. Simon was probably the best walker that I've seen of a main character becoming a walker. Pretty awesome. Now he's going to be on the fence for all to see for the rest of the series. Hopefully that comes back around and we see that again. Michonne reading Negan's letter was pretty cool because we got to see or really hear the letter entirely. I want to see more of that if possible. Michonne, gotta love her. She's my favorite character. Negan's like, I'm not messing around. Not sure why he broke the radio. They gotta be a hot commodity, man. Just turn it off. What are you doing, Negan? Overall, I thought episode 815 was very good, setting up the season 8 finale this Sunday. I'm excited for it, guys. How about you? If you're on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, we are at the PT channel. We got Facebook pages and groups. Become a PT Peep by subscribing to the PT channel and the Walking Dead News channel. It's our other channel on YouTube. We have a goal of 100,000 subscribers. We have prizes and giveaways coming up very, very soon. You got to be a subscriber to be eligible to win. The Walking Dead News is our other channel on YouTube. It's very new. You can get to the channel by a link in the description. If you like the PT channel, you love the Walking Dead News channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts of episode 815 and the finale. And remember, guys, believe in yourself. If you can dream it, you can do it.